Evangelism and community transformation mark 900 baptisms in the Philippines. AdventHealth transforms health careers with groundbreaking interactive exhibit at global event. Adventist School in Kenya is a beacon of hope and refuge against mutilation and early marriage. With unity and solidarity, ADRA and Pathfinders break world record at International Camporee in the United States. European Portuguese Language Council organizes the 5th Revive Europa Congress in Lisbon. Australian Adventist youth embark on challenging mission in communist country, bringing hope and transformation to Laos. News that transforms the world and touches hearts, now here on ANN. Stay tuned. AdventHealth ignites youth interest in healthcare careers with interactive exhibit at global event.
AdventHealth introduced a new 11,000 square foot exhibit to inspire youth in healthcare careers. It debuted at the International Pathfinder Camporee in Wyoming. The exhibit includes hands-on experiences like simulation labs, where attendees can perform medical procedures. Augmented reality stations show what it's like to work in healthcare. Custom video games highlight teamwork and various roles in the field. Music and visual elements, like the wholeness sphere, emphasize unity. AdventHealth hopes to show that careers go beyond doctors and nurses, investing in the future workforce. AdventHealth's initiative is part of a broader strategy to address the growing need for a skilled healthcare workforce. By engaging youth early, it aims to attract diverse talent into the field. Participants' heartbeats to rhythms, emphasizing the teamwork essential in healthcare environments. At the Camporee, 60,000 attendees explored these interactive exhibits. Teens experienced simulation labs where they could practice medical procedures in a controlled environment. Augmented reality gave them a first-hand look at various healthcare roles, while custom video games taught the importance of collaboration in both medical and business settings. A unique musical experience connected participants' heartbeats to rhythms, emphasizing the teamwork essential in healthcare environments. AdventHealth also focuses on showing how healthcare can be a path of service. By introducing young people to healthcare careers, they hope to inspire a sense of purpose. The goal is to highlight that everyone has a role in healthcare, whether it's in technology, administration, or patient care. The exhibit encourages youth to explore different fields and discover how their unique skills can be used.
What a fantastic effort by AdventHealth to inspire the next generation and reveal the diverse possibilities in healthcare. Community spirit ignites over 900 baptisms in the central Philippines.
In July, a significant evangelistic campaign took place across Masbate, Bohol, and Cebu in the Philippines, yielding incredible outcomes. With over 60 sites participating, the month-long effort involved numerous church members dedicated to spreading the gospel. This collaborative initiative, emphasizing unity and active involvement, resulted in 977 baptisms. The campaign also included outreach activities such as health clinics and seminars, fostering stronger community bonds and showcasing practical acts of love. Additionally, the increased participation of church members, along with the assistance of international students, helped meet a variety of spiritual needs, enriching local faith communities.
Such an amazing example of how coming together can create something truly special. Indigenous Pathfinders Club overcomes challenges to attend regional Camporee in Brazil.
An indigenous club of Pathfinders in Brazil's central region made headlines by overcoming numerous obstacles to attend a Camporee. The Giants of Araguaia, founded 2 years ago in a remote village, faced significant barriers, including language and logistical issues. Despite these challenges, the club's determination led them to the Camporee, marking their first participation in such a significant event. The club, based in a village that has embraced the gospel while preserving its cultural heritage, has been a beacon of hope for nearby tribes. The Camporee was not only a milestone for the Indigenous Club, but also a platform for cultural exchange and mutual understanding. The club's presence at the event allowed them to share their unique traditions and learn from others, enriching the experience for all participants. Their story exemplifies how faith and cultural diversity can come together in powerful ways, fostering connections that extend beyond the event itself.
Today, the Giants of Araguaia includes 22 indigenous members and 3 non-indigenous allies. This blend of backgrounds enriches the club and highlights how unity can be achieved across different cultures. Their journey demonstrates that faith and community have the power to bring people together, serving as an inspiring example for others. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in Australia sent volunteer teams on a 20-day mission to Laos. The StormCo program allows young people and adults to serve communities, offering support and building relationships.
This was the second mission in Laos. 3 groups were sent. The first worked at a language center for young people. The second conducted activities at a bilingual school for over 100 children and teenagers. And the third, made up of university students, assisted at another language center. The volunteers conducted training sessions, educational programs, and community activities, resulting in significant contributions to the local communities. Laos is a communist country with strict control over religious activities. Christianity faces restrictions and state oversight. The experience was transformative for the participants, who highlighted the interaction with local people and the rich culture.
The Australian Union Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church plans 5 more mission trips to Laos in 2025. The Aula Magna of the University of Lisbon in Portugal hosted the 5th Revive Europa Congress, an event organized by the European Portuguese Language Council, CELP. The triennial Congress brings together the various Portuguese-speaking churches in Europe.
The CLP, or European Council of Portuguese Language, organized the 5th Revive Europe Congress from July 19th to 21. This year, the event took place in Portugal, specifically at the rectory of the University of Lisbon. The entire organization of the event was coordinated by Pastor Eurico Correa, the president of CLP. He explained to us what CLP is and the purpose of the Revive Europe Congress.
But specifically, the CLP is a support ministry. It is an initiative created by lay members and some pastors who lived in Europe and felt the need to evangelize and share the biblical message with others in Portuguese. There are many churches in other languages across Europe, but often when people leave Portugal, Brazil, or other countries that are part of the Portuguese-speaking world and arrive in Europe, they may not know how to speak German, English, or French. As a result, they often struggle to feel integrated within a church community, so they need this support in their own language. The Congress Revive Europe. We give this name because it represents a unique opportunity to unite all Portuguese-speaking churches in Europe and to share moments of spirituality together. At the same time, we will also share testimonies of the wonderful work being done in various churches. I say it is a spiritually uplifting moment, but at the same time, it serves as a great motivation for our mission. Often, churches in other countries are small, with few members and limited resources. Sometimes they struggle with initiatives and may not know how to reach Portuguese speakers. Additionally, they may also want to connect with others in the community who speak different languages. But when we are together, this opportunity to share initiatives and motivate one another is truly excellent. That's why the Congress typically takes place every 3 years. COVID ended up interrupting this regular rhythm of the Congresses a bit. This is the 5th Congress we are organizing, following the first one we held in 2010 in Paris, and then 2 years later in Geneva. After that, we hosted another Congress 4 years later in Geneva, and then again in Colonges, Souselev, France, in 2019. Now we are also here in what we can call the Mother Church, because many members of the philosophical communities in other European countries have roots in Portugal. So we wanted to do this here in Portugal to highlight the importance of collaboration among the rest of Europe, the Portuguese-speaking communities, and the Portuguese Union of Seventh-day Adventists here.
This year, as special guests, the Heralds of the King were present. The quartet is the official group of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. With over 62 years of history and currently in their 30th formation, they were joined by their musical director and pianist, Jader Santos. During the 3 days, Pastor Gilson Brito, the speaker for the Voice of Prophecy ministry, delivered spiritual messages centered around the theme of the Congress, Together in Mission.
So the purpose of this meeting is this: to strengthen ourselves in God, in worship, in the study of His Word, in renewing our calling, and to leave here ready to bear witness, both through our words and by our example. I often say that words are important because they provide instruction, but it is the example that truly inspires, convinces, and transforms. So, we need to have a church that is not only increasingly convinced, meaning that it understands biblical truths and can present them, but above all, a converted church that lives the gospel and, as a result, preaches the gospel.
The European Portuguese Language Council will continue to implement initiatives across Europe to strengthen the connections fostered by the Portuguese language until the next Congress in 2027, with the goal of promoting the message of salvation. In a recent episode of ANN In Depth, Sam Nevis speaks with Ivan Omania, Director of Adventist Chaplaincy Ministries at the General Conference, about the essential role of chaplains in hospitals. Ivan highlights how these professionals provide spiritual care based on the needs of patients, regardless of their beliefs, and explores the importance of connection and understanding during difficult moments. He also shares a powerful experience involving a family facing the loss of a baby.
But the family is not allowing the team to do their job until the baby has some water poured in their forehead. So what did I do? I go into that room and I sit with the family first. I speak with them. I do what we call in chaplaincy, in healthcare chaplaincy, we call a spiritual assessment. Just like a doctor will do a physical assessment on you, a chaplain does a spiritual assessment. Right. I ascertained that, just like you said, because the family had Catholic traditions, and I want you to understand because I'm using this in very purposeful. Because the family had Catholic tradition in their family, they had the belief that if the baby wasn't baptized, God wouldn't even recognize the baby. Because in the mind of some Catholics, not all, but in the mind of some, if there is no water that says, I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and then I give you that name, XYZ, then that's the moment when God writes the name in heaven. But in this case, I realized something. It wasn't so much about them being Catholics as it was about them suffering and going through the grief of losing their baby. I mean, they came to the hospital for their baby to be born, and they had a house ready. They had a room ready in their house, and now they had to go home without the baby. So I sat with them. I processed with them their suffering. I never did the baptism. But they understood that what they had in their minds was not what they needed. When people are going through this immense grief, many a times they don't even know what they want or what they need. So the chaplain goes in there, and the chaplain listens to their stories, and the chaplain helps them to make sense of what is happening so that they can move on.
For the full episode and other videos delving deeper into the Seventh-day Adventist faith and its story, visit our official channel on YouTube. ADRA, the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, partnered with the Pathfinders to set a world record at the International Camporee in the United States.
Over 250 young people worked together to fill 6,200 backpacks with school supplies, setting a new Guinness World Record during the International Pathfinder Camporee in Gillette, Wyoming. In a joyful and collaborative environment, the backpacks, donated by ADRA, were filled with pencils, markers, pens, notepads, and other essential school materials in less than 5 minutes. The backpacks will be distributed across various regions of the United States and in several islands in the Western Pacific, such as Guam and Micronesia, located between Asia and Australia, where many children face challenges accessing educational resources. Official Guinness adjudicators were present to validate the record, and a commemorative plaque was presented, officially certifying the achievement. The young people from different parts of the world celebrated the historic milestone together. The competitive moment marked the achievement of a new record and provided an opportunity for youth and communities to unite in a noble cause, promoting the spirit of service and solidarity. This project highlights ADRA's commitment to supporting education and transforming lives, especially in underprivileged areas. For ADRA, investing in education is investing in humanity's future, ensuring that all children have access to quality school supplies, regardless of where they live.
ADRA, in partnership with Adventist Education and the Pathfinders, hopes this project will inspire young people around the world to engage in community service and make a difference where it matters most. Being a missionary means sharing the message of salvation worldwide. The Mission Institute at Camporee Adventist School in Mato Grosso, Brazil, encourages and prepares students for this important work.
Driven by a desire to make a difference in the world, 18-year-old Isabel Medeiros decided to leave Brazil to bring the gospel of Christ to Thailand. Influenced by her parents and the Camporee Adventist School, she courageously chose to become an English teacher in the Asian country. After attending the I Will Go teen event in June 2023, Isabel felt inspired to pursue missionary work. Her sending service at the Central Adventist Church in Camporee included praise, biblical reflections, and heartfelt tributes from loved ones. Isabel's example has since inspired other students to prepare for voluntary service.
Let us pray for and support missionaries who use their talents to serve God and their neighbors, following Christ's command, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations." At a festive ceremony in Kenya, leaders of the Adventist Church, donors, volunteers, and the community celebrated the inauguration of the Kajiado Adventist School and Rescue Center. The event marked the culmination of years of effort to transform the institution's old building into a beacon of hope and education for the Maasai youth. Let's explore how this project is impacting lives.
Located in one of Kenya's most remote regions, the Kajiado Adventist School and Rescue Center has been providing education with eternal values for over 2 decades. Since the year 2000, the school has been a refuge for Maasai girls escaping early marriages and female genital mutilation, practices that, although illegal in Kenya, still persist in isolated highland villages. The Adventist School offers shelter, holistic education, and hope for these young girls, and has recently undergone a transformation. With the support of 1,600 volunteers, donors, and Seventh-day Adventist Church leaders, a new structure was built, creating a safe and transformative space. In 2018, when Maranatha Volunteers International arrived, the situation was critical. Overcrowding, lack of resources, and water scarcity threatened the school's future. However, with a shared vision and much faith, the situation began to change, transforming the site into a symbol of renewal. One of the greatest challenges was securing enough water to support the school's expansion. For 2 months, the girls prayed fervently for a solution, and their prayers were answered miraculously. Today, the school has a well that provides thousands of gallons of water per hour, meeting both its needs and those of the local community. With this abundant water, the school has flourished. The transformed campus, seen from above, stands as a symbol of renewal. In the cafeteria, students of all ages share healthy meals and friendships. The kitchen, library, and dormitories, for both girls and boys, are organized and welcoming. In the playground, children play happily, developing through fun and joy. New buildings have arisen, gardens have been planted, and the campus has become a true oasis, showcasing the power of faith and hard work. The school's impact extends beyond its walls. Alumni are now attending university and building promising lives. They have found in Kajiado not only education, but also a new family and a greater purpose. Today, the Kajiado Adventist School and Rescue Center is an oasis of hope and learning, a testament to faith, prayers, and hard work, flourishing amid the vastness of Kenya.
This is a true story of transformation and hope, an inspiration for us all. Our gratitude to everyone involved in this project of faith and love, which now offers a promising future to so many children in Kenya and Africa. 40 individuals, one voice. The Solo Gratia Chorale from the Philippines Adventist community won 4 awards, including the Grand Prix champion at the 8th Singapore International Choir Festival in Singapore.
The choir achieved several category awards, including Gold in the Folklore Open and Champions in the Music Sacra Open and Mixed Voices for 25 years and below. With a standout performance average, conductor Cyril Punet expressed gratitude for their international debut and sought prayers for health and a successful performance. The Singapore International Choir Festival, held annually since 2014, gathers choirs from around the world. This year, over 70 choirs competed, with 7 reaching the Grand Prix round, where Sola Gratia Chorale emerged as the champion. They showcased their advanced vocal skills with performances of Petrus and Pamugan. Founded in 2019, the Sola Gratia Chorale from Silang, Cavite, Philippines, includes members from high school students to young professionals.
Congratulations to the choir for this award and for serving as ambassadors of God, proclaiming His grace, glory, and love through hymns and music. A film festival in Mexico is inspiring young Adventist filmmakers to creatively spread the gospel.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church in Chiapas, Mexico, hosted its first ever film festival, showcasing 19 short films at the Centenario Events Center. Over 120 creatives gathered to share their work, all produced as part of an initiative to involve young people in media-based evangelism. These films ranged from 4 to 30 minutes and focused on the theme Jesus is Enough, capturing messages of hope and faith. The festival also featured workshops, keynote presentations, and Q&A sessions on cinematography and evangelism. Attendees had the opportunity to engage with industry professionals and exchange insights on the challenges of producing faith-based films. A standout session focused on the importance of visual storytelling in modern evangelism, emphasizing how these creative projects can bridge cultural gaps and touch lives beyond traditional outreach methods. The event concluded with an award ceremony, recognizing the efforts of all production teams and encouraging them to continue their work in sharing the gospel through innovative media. Through this initiative, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Chiapas has demonstrated its commitment to using modern media to reach people with the message of the gospel, empowering the next generation of storytellers in the process.
This is a celebration of creativity with purpose, sharing faith through film. Let's head to Cambodia, where ADRA has developed projects that improve communities' quality of life and inspire hope for a better future.
Our living conditions were bad. We didn't have a toilet. We used the bush around our home. My name is Tia Kong. I am 55 years old, and I am from Cambodia. Seeing my children face these problems, I felt helpless. So we would drink any water that we could find. We got diseases, vomiting, diarrhea, coughing, We were taking traditional medicines as I didn't have money to go to a health center or hospital. ADRA talked with me about raising chickens, growing veggies, having good sanitation, and building a good latrine. This made me feel hopeful.
This project has been very important. It has changed their life. They have received a lot of benefit from the project so far. The children get more healthy as well as hygiene and sanitation and a lot more.
Since we received a latrine and a water filter, our family is better. ADRA brought change to my family. Our kids could have good health and they are able to go to school.
I love my mom very much. She works very hard to care for me. Now I can go to school.
They are now getting a good education. It is setting them up for the future. It's a big difference. Life is better than before. I would like to say thank you to ADRA and the supporters who have helped my family to change our lives.
Your donation can change lives. To support this and other projects, visit adra.org. I hope you enjoyed this multicultural experience of news from the Seventh-day Adventist Church worldwide. You can access other good news by joining the official channels of the Seventh-day Adventist Church on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and also on the ANN website, adventist.news. Share your faith journey and submit your prayer requests on our channels. Our team is committed to praying for you 24/7. Before I say goodbye, I leave you with the inspiring words from the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18. The text says, "I will be a father to you, and you will be my sons and daughters, says the Lord Almighty." Study the Bible daily to discover other wonderful promises of hope. God willing, we will meet in the next edition of ANN. God bless you. Take care.